Hey everyone. So I wanted to make a video today um, about hate, the emotion of hate, which I know is not an easy emotion for a lot of people. Um, yeah, I've been really feeling that energy in the atmosphere this week, just out and about, and it's particularly heightened in the shops. And I totally understand why people might be feeling that way. I think it's mainly to do with things like the cost of living crisis, and there's a lot going on that is pushing people's buttons. Um, but my experience of hate, I just want to, you know, share in my experience that if we allow ourselves to feel that energy in us, it transforms. I think the thing with hate, um, is there's a lot of judgment around it. Um, like, oh, I'm such a bad person if I have hate in me, or I'm so unspiritual if I have hatred in me, or whatever it is. I, I'm such a I shouldn't be feeling this way, and um, actually, I think there's a place for all of our emotions. Emotions don't just come to us for nothing. Um, um, yeah, in my experience, if you take away that judgment and you hold hatred in your loving awareness, just as you would with any other emotion like fear or anger, then it can transform. And I really felt this last week. There was one night where I really felt the hatred in the atmosphere, and I just let it run through my body without judgment, and it transformed. I really felt the beauty of that in my body. It transforms into love, essentially. We've just got to allow that part of us to be heard. Um, Quite often we don't want to acknowledge the hatred in ourselves because of the judgment around it. And if we do catch it in ourselves, we can often avoid going to that place. So yeah, I really invite you to, if you find a pocket of hatred, to just allow yourself to have a few minutes to be present with it. I've shared something on this before about something called the Rosenberg reset, and basically this researcher um, called Joan Rosenberg or something. I can't remember her name, but she said, an emotion can move through you in about 90 seconds if you just allow it to be fully there. Um, and it's true, if you take away the stories, the mental narratives, and just try to be present with the raw energy of the emotion, um, meet it with love, then it can move through quite fast. And something like hatred, if we just allow ourselves to have it for a moment, if we just allow ourselves to feel it, have a few minutes of fully feeling it, it'll move. We don't stay in hate forever. It transforms. Yeah, and if you feel it in your body, you can use the breath to breathe it out. Use the breath as a tool to discharge. Trying to think what else I was going to say. Yeah, you're not wrong if you feel that way. No, there's reasons at the minute. From what I understand about hatred, it can build for a few reasons. There's a few causes for it. It doesn't just happen for nothing. So long-term resentment is one thing. If there's a long-term build-up of resentment and frustration towards something, then it can eventually tip into hatred. Or if there's a long-term grievance or anger, then it can turn into hatred. And I think the last few years, people have been getting increasingly frustrated with different systems, with rising costs of living and all of that jazz. I think people have been pushed emotionally to the point where it's turned into hatred and real vitriol for some people, and I totally get it. I think hatred also has something to do with feeling violated. If you feel like your boundaries or your space has been violated in some way, then hatred can form as a result of that. It's like an angry, get out of my territory sort of response from your body. So that's worth bearing in mind if you want to try and uncover why you're feeling that way. Yeah, and tying into the feeling of being violated, it also has something to do with safety, I think. Yeah, if you feel unsafe as a result of being violated, that it can produce hatred. So there's my reflections on it anyway. And yeah, on the other side of hatred is love. If you follow that thread of feeling within yourself, then it's love that lies on the other side. All emotions are just pathways back to the heart, back to the love ocean, really. And on the surface, something like hatred seems so far away from love, but it's actually the same energy, really. It's just in a different form. I hope this helps. I just felt to share something because I've really been feeling it in the atmosphere and wanted to share my take on it. All right, wishing you all well. And yeah, many blessings on your journey back to love and peace.